Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here we go. Black, 95. I got him. Check 31.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
17.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
65. Trouble, 38. Steal. Check, steal.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And complete to Drake London. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was that we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and 1st downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Shift. Watch the striker. Hey, watch the shift. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
31's the mic. Come on, D.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 1st downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He finds some open field here. That one good for 37 yards.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Ready.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Three buzz.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
It's a party now.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, here we go. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Here we go.
That's one.
Let's go.
Murray now. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of the tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ready, go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Set, ready, black, 95, speed old blue.
Watch the screen. Mike 9. I got him. Mike 9. Hey, we gotta get tonight. Mike over there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On second down, they'll run it here. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here we go.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
For this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go now.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You mine. 44 is the mic.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Falcons. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons are once again back in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he fires one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Don't let him breathe.
Here's Murray. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Drill, 52. Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got room. Past the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 149 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Come on.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal.
Watch the out. 34's the mic. 34's the mic. We got double up.
They'll set up a throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
I'll get him. Hey, Ace. He's checking. Crash. 31.
Shotgun now from Murray. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
All right, D. 31's the mic all day, every day, any day. Hey, shift. The mic. It's just me and you.
To throw, it's Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
And this taken in at the goal line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down is Murray. That's complete to McBride. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's Eckler again, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
3. Hey, watch 85. Watch 85. Here we go. 31's the mic.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
31's the mic. Move. Slam.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Silver. Tight end right.
Murray now on 1st down. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Watch the run.
Bunch.
31's the mic. All day.
Hey, ace.
Just like that. Check 24.
Throwing now is Murray. Dancing to his left. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner Murray toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Throwing again, Murray. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
You're not
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Up the middle with Eckler. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Pulls it in at the 13.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready, go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Murray. And it'll be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains, wear down the clock, and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Again, they run it with Polk. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Check 43. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Smash. Ready, go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 21, check Mike 21.
They'll look to throw. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Let's get it together.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 159 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
You can't block me.
Steal, black.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21.
Go.
Now back to throw.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Eluding the pressure right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yardage he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Yellow, 43.
Check Mike 21.
It's our field.
Green, Jack.
It's our field.
Hey, it's our house. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go. Blue 32.
Check Mike 21.
Push him back. Push him back.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
I'm trying to collect.
Put.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. Touchdown! Amari Cooper. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He's got McBride here over the middle. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. Murray going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.